Welcome back, everyone, to episode 7 of the US series for Geopolitical Simulator 5. And it has been a long time since my last video. I believe it was a little over a month ago now. And what happened was, uh, Eversim did a update, and the previous edition, it just wasn't working out economically, and I knew something was off. So Everson finally made some corrections in the economy, and I saw that it was working with the most recent update. And what took the most time was I kept encountering the NAN bug. And what that is instead of a number where I have the cursor at for the budget deficit, it was NAN. And so I wasn't able to tell if I was up or down economically. So what I discovered was, because I annexed Puerto Rico, that for some reason it was throwing everything off. So it took 2 tries to figure that out. And I kind of stepped back from building more than 5 oil wells or gas wells. I discovered that was playing a part in that as well. So, it's been so long. Let's see where we are. So, we are not doing the greatest as far as our budget deficit. We seem to just be hemorrhaging money here. And let's see. All right, so we managed to get crime down a little over 1%. And let's see. All right, so we're going to build another 200 prisons. And let's go to immigration. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to build 200 more detention centers. And we are going to build, because we need more energy, we're going to build shale gas wells. And we're going to start off building them in Alaska. All right, something's wrong here. Let's try that again. There we go. So we're going to build 5 of these. Um, Actually, we're going to start off building 3. And maybe by the new year, we'll build another 2. So we're done with that. And let's go to farming. In fact, let's look at the entire sector here and see where we make the most towards our GDP. All right, so meat, tobacco. All right, I think I'm gonna build, I mean, not build, but we're gonna subsidize more lumber. So we're already contributing 2 billion. We're gonna double that and make that 4 billion. And then with beef, let's see. All right, we actually have some overproduction in beef. So we don't need to subsidize that at all. All right, let's do the same thing with industry. All right, pharmaceuticals, software industry, and computer hardware, building and housing. All right, so what if we do 2 billion? All right, and next let's go to Secret Service. Let's check out our networks. All right, so we have agents in Ukraine, Libya, Mexico. Want to take care of the Houthis in Yemen. So we'll do that. Um, we're gonna put our top guy in Mexico first to get rid of the cartels.
Our national team were the tournament champions. This is a much deserved reward for our country, which shows the good health of its video gaming culture.
All right. So we still have the conflict going on in this region here. So let's look at the casualties. And looks like Russia is winning. So let's. All right. So did. All right. Why isn't that closing? All right. So let's go to the military map. All right. So we did revoke their access to our satellites. So we're going to call them out. I'm going to call both nations out to strive for peace. We're going to post that. I'm going to hit like for that. All right. So we'll wait a little bit and see what happens, and then we may even call them out again. Or our next step is to place sanctions on Ukraine. So let's go to immigration and let's go to our legislation part. All right, modify. We're going to drop that down by 2,000. We're going to push that through. That should pass. And we're going to kick some more illegals out. Let's.
It's begun. World leaders are beginning to arrive at the United Nations Framework Convention of Climate Change, the UNFCCC, which will start in the next few hours. As in previous years, they are renewing their pledge for success and have high hopes in the new legislation, which could bring their neighbors to the table. The fact is that negotiations have already begun well in advance of the summit, whether with UN emissaries or between heads of state, and the future of CO2 emissions for each country are already forecast. Moreover, other resolutions are expected to be passed at the same time, especially the Green Fund for the Climate, intended to help developing countries in their energy transition.
All right, so we're going to start stepping away from this. So I'm going to invest about 2 billion, and let's bring that down some. So I didn't pull us out of this, I just reduced our objective. So people aren't going to like that, but oh well. All right, so next, what else do we have? All right, so media. All right, we're striving for 100. All right, so let's move this up another 5%. That should hopefully create some jobs. All right. All right. So we're done with that. Actually, I don't want to go to that just yet. All right, work. That's what I want. All right, so we have that. Unemployment is almost at 6%. Let's see if we can push for more employees.
Your commitment to defending family values is a model for the whole of humanity.
The preparations are complete. The whole country is
Our services report a new conspiracy theory that is beginning to take hold on social media. You can view the description of this theory and its development on our summary page.
Many people are left in the streets. It is absolutely necessary to do something.
Alright, so this is a conflict with Pakistan. Let's see. Well, we're not getting involved in that at all.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying.
Okay, we'll do that. We're gonna start moving some of these submarines further up into the Arabian Sea. I'm not ruling out getting involved in this conflict to get rid of one group that is linked to Iran. And okay. And we have a plan to deal with Iran. So we can hit Karg Island. And that's an oil terminal that brings in what, 129 million tons daily. And then we could also hit their one port, which brings in 53 billion tons. And from a few models that I've played, they do not respond at all because no lives are lost. And then, sorry about this, it's a little too sensitive here. So then, some of our first targets would be their oil wells. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8. Yeah, so we have 8 oil wells that's pretty close to the coastline. They are very susceptible to being hit.
Good morning.
All right, fuel. We're gonna refuse.
I'd be happy. Sure.
All right, housing. So let's do 60,000. All right, transportation. All right, so road maintenance, we're going to max that out. That's going to cost us 3.8 billion. All right, inflation. All right, inflation is actually higher than when we started. So that means we're going to have to cut back on some funding, or we're going to have to raise taxes in certain areas. Um, let's look at creation. All right, so gambling. All right, so that's going to pass. All right, do we want to do highway tolls? Let's see. How much is that going to bring in? 12 billion. So if we do two, and how well do they like that? Um, yeah, people aren't gonna like. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and push that through also.
Good morning. I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted you to see in order to
Okay, iron. So we produce enough iron. So we don't need to purchase anymore. So we're gonna decline that. All right. All right, let's see what they want.
That's
Um, we're not going to discuss
The
anything.
bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Okay, let's look at our submarines. We can actually fire into Yemen, but we're not going to. Let's see. All right, school equipment and materials. Ah, that's actually pretty cheap, so we could do that. Salaries. Let's bump up the amount of money we're paying for technical training. So hopefully this will help our education.
We are awaiting your instructions.
All right, so we have another riot. We're gonna send the police in. All right. Um. All right, so we don't need to watch that the entire time.
We are awaiting your instructions. The rebels have set up.
According to your directives, the fire was engaged and resulted in death in the ranks of the insurgents. A massacre for which we are totally responsible, and the people have well understood this.
Okay. All right, so our approval rating has dropped a little more. Let's check our debt. All right, so let's meet with Brazil to negotiate our interest rate. All right, that's at 0. Luxembourg. All right, let's try to negotiate with Russia. And next, let's go to the military. We need to ramp up our commandos. And also, we're going to get rid of 1,237 tanks because they are obsolete. Okay. Let's take. All right. Let's go back to police. All right, wait a minute. Did that start to go up a little more? All right. So let's hire another 20,000 cops. That's only going to cost us a little bit over $1 billion. All right. Let's go back to housing. And all right, so that's not done yet. So we'll skip that.
Good morning. I didn't come empty.
All right, what do they want? It's rare earth oxides. Nah, we're not selling. In fact, let's go to industry again. see where we are with rare earth oxides. Production 15, consumption 7. All right. Let's do another 500.
Huh.
All right, so we're not going to attack Iran yet. We may do that the next episode. And let's see. All right, so I think I'm going to end this episode. And we're going to give Ukraine maybe until the end of the year for a possible peace deal. If they don't, then we're going to put sanctions on them. All right, growth is at roughly a little over 7%. So thank you guys for the support. Please click the like and subscribe to help with the algorithm, and I will see you soon.